Good night, everyone. This is Zakiziel here, and tonight I'll be reacting to Fiveish Minute Lore Episode 7 Eldrad Ulthwe by Old Man Reacts. And as always, I recommend that you check out Old Man Reacts on his YouTube channel, and a link to that will be in the description box below, as usual. And before we begin, I'd like to encourage you to, if you enjoy my content, to like, comment, and subscribe. But without further ado, let us begin.
Warning. The views expressed in Fiveish Minute Lore, the lore delivered in rants, are sanctioned by their scholar Progenium as excess rageous. Prolonged exposure can result in loss of IQ, high blood pressure, random outbursts, and blunt force trauma to the skull, resulting in unconsciousness. Please consult your local physician for more information.
Farseer Eldrad Ulthwe, the man who, even with his bones crystallizing from old age, managed to best a Chaos Space Marine in melee combat. Let's just say, if this guy is the best hope for the Eldar, they may just be better off dying out.
Okay, so there are a lot of things in 40k that seem outlandish, but for this one I need a disclaimer. Everything I'm about to say about Eldrad Ulthwe is 100% true with no exaggerations. It goes without saying I hate Eldrad. In fact, out of a universe of horrible people and even more horrible events, Eldrad ranks in the top 3 of things I despise in 40k. So with that being out of the way, let's have a look at this knife.
Wow, he really hates the Tau. I wonder if he's in the Tau we're too good for 40k camp, or the Tower weeaboos camp, or if it's something more substantial than those, why he doesn't like them.
Feared moron from my typical non-biased view, and while I say all the things I'm about to say, remember this man is regarded as a genius of the Eldar race. Let that sink in.
So, my hopes have already been set that GW has botched writing this guy, since if Eldrad is supposed to be the genius of the Eldar race, and Eldar are supposed to have, well, they live very long lives and are supposed to be cognitively superior to the average human, and that it's a case where it's like similar to Abaddon, where it's like, oh, he's supposed to be the War Master of Chaos and all this stuff, but GW botched him because they couldn't figure out how to write him being an actual threat without making him, end up winning and just causing the end times. So yeah, I'm not expecting anything good from what GW has done with this guy.
One of the earliest chronological sightings of this particular cement bag of vast intelligence was when he saw the future of humanity. A future in which half the Primarchs would turn traitor, and decided that he would try and help. Using his impressive ability to see the future and amazing intelligence, he decided he should approach a Primarch to broach the subject with. Did he?
If he's the one who showed that prophecy to Alfarius and Omegon.
Pick Dorn? No. Vulcan? Nah. How about Sanguinius? Hell no. This mental mastermind saw that one Primarch in particular was leaving Eldar Main Worlds alone and considered this adequate research enough for making a decision where the fate of the entire fucking galaxy was on the line. Which Primarch was it he decided to speak to US?
These nuts. Got him!
Fulgrim of the Emperor's Children, who was presently carrying a sword that was possessed by a greater demon of Slanesh. No, this gets worse, believe me.
Fulgrim.
So Eldrad, in typical Eldar fashion, decides that a picnic in the forest is the perfect option for an icebreaker. When Fulgrim steps off his train...
Picnic in the forest with Fulgrim. Is he trying to be diplomatic, or is he trying to seduce him?
Transport, Eldrad doesn't seem to notice anything really wrong with a nearly 12-foot tall guy who just looked like he fought a titan made at a Maybelline factory to the death, then nearly drowned in an ocean of perfume immediately afterwards. At this point, Fulgrim was so far into Slanesh that the Prince of Pleasure was picking curtains. Eldrad then gives us his proper Eldar diplomatic solution to approaching the subject of your brother is about to become Satan. And that was to repeatedly insult Fulgrim until Fulgrim got fed up and stood up. And then, and only then, I repeat, only then did Eldrad Ulthwe, the greatest bastion of intelligence and reason of the Eldar species, notice the 7-foot-long sword that was holding on to a greater demon of Slaanesh. At that point, Eldrad pointed at him, said humanity was too far gone, ordered his troops to attack, and ran off. It was this that...
Wait a minute. So, it took him that long to notice the giant Slaaneshi demon sword. But isn't Slaanesh, given that, well, she who thirsts and all hungering for Eldar souls, kind of feels like that'd be something that a powerful Eldar psyker should be able to kind of just, sense, Also, the whole thing of repeatedly insulting Fulgrim, it's like, GW didn't just drop the ball. They threw that thing into the ground as hard as they could.
Led him to distrust humanity.
No offense, but you are a stupid asshole.
So let me break this down. He saw a vision of the future that was horrifying, based his decision on which Primarch to speak to on the one that didn't burn the pretty flowers, spent a dinner insulting the hell out of same said Primarch, and despite being the Eldar expert on chaos, didn't notice a sword bigger than he was that was possessed by a greater demon. That last part is like saying, I'm a wildfire expert. California is fine. In 2021. What a moron. And this course of events led him to distrust humanity. Oh, by the Emperor, I hate this idiot.
And also, not just a moron, but an ignoramus at that point. But also, Fulgrim carrying around the Slaaneshi demon sword. Like, I think, and isn't that also like pre-actually being corrupted by the sword, Fulgrim? Like, it hadn't taken him over yet. There was a chance, and maybe that could have been prevented. But yeah, if that's what he distrusts humanity over, that is both disappointing and hilarious, because considering what the Eldar do regularly, with the levels of manipulation that goes on. Oh boy.
Another fine example of Eldrad's diplomatic and intellectual prowess can be witnessed when he opened up the webway portal into the Imperial Palace and led a troop of Harlequins through, who promptly began to attack the Custodian Guard. They fought all the way to the steps of the Eternity Gate, where they were finally stopped, and when the last member of the troop was being interrogated, it was revealed that this was and I'm not making this up, mission of peace.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Now, I don't know about you.
Yeah, I stand by my earlier statement. GW didn't just drop the ball, they threw that into the ground. Like, and I'm pretty sure even a child would be able to figure out that, hey, breaking into someone's home and then attacking everyone they see, that's not exactly a good way to make a good impression.
But anytime somebody kicks down my door in the middle of the night and starts trying to stab me with pointy objects, the first thing that goes through my head is, they're just being neighborly. I need a cup of fucking sugar. By the way, did I mention he finds humans distrustful? Has this bastard ever heard of a phone, letter, email? How about phone fucking smoke signals? No, let's just invade the Imperial Palace. It's sure to be seen as a gesture of friendship and goodwill. How about another fantastic example? The reason Gazgul Mag Uru Thraka exists is because of this magnificent asshole. Yeah, you heard right. One day the Nightfare Eldrad was having himself another vision and saw that in it, about 30 so odd years, the orcs would attack a craft world. Instead of...
Wait, he's responsible for Gazgul. Oh boy.
I don't know,
Let's see
telling
how
the
this
craft
turns
world to
out.
move? Eldrad Ulthwe quite literally socially engineered the most powerful orc war boss in the galaxy and then steered him to Armageddon. If you're not paying attention, that makes him directly responsible for the Second and Third War of Armageddon, as well as spawning the most powerful wall known since the Beast. He is directly responsible for the death of billions. Now, I'm not saying he hasn't done anything good. He has, but he only seems to make sense when you remove logic, reasoning, and basic math. He's also a fairly capable fighter, beating Abaddon one-on-one, but then again, Abaddon doesn't seem capable of boxing his own shadow, much less fighting anyone competent.
Also, kill the Berserker with a shovel. That sounds less like a Cadian, more like a Krieger, to be honest.
But of all the dipshit, brain-dead, ill-advised, bag-on-head, dumbass ways to get something done he has ever thought of, his crowning achievement is attempting to wake the Eldar god of the dead, Ynnead. Oh no, the Eldar did so good the first time around wakening a god, let's just do it again! After all that'll happen is another blistering portion of the Eldar race will die, the Astronomicon will get disrupted for a long period of time, and every craft world will be disabled. But it has a small chance to take Slaanesh out, so worth, I guess. This numbnut dived on this strategy because why not, and landed on an Imperial moon to perform the ritual. He then had 2 craft worlds launch diversionary attacks on another Imperial planet, specifically targeting civilians, mind you. The only reason this asshole failed at succeeding was because he got shot at and defected a bit of his psychic ability to absorb the blow. So basically, in his bid to be the big fucking hero and take out Slaanesh, he sacrificed millions if not billions of Imperial citizens and would have wiped out a hefty percentage of his own people, then left the rest to tumble through the void, but stopped when it was his ass on the line.
You know, to be honest, the whole, killing, all those humans thing, it's like, that's pretty par for the course with Eldar, to be honest. It's been stated multiple times that the Eldar would sacrifice an entire planet of humans just to save one Eldar life, so that's really not unexpected. However, I hesitate to say in his defense regarding the whole, plan with Ynnead, but if I remember correctly, the whole idea with Ynnead was that the Eldar race would be sacrificed. Ynnead would form from all the collective Eldar souls, go and kill Slaanesh, and that way Slaanesh would no longer be a threat, and then resurrect the Eldar race in a new and superior form, essentially bring them all back to life. Although, considering that the idea is that Ynnead will be comprised of the souls of all the Eldar, I guess that raises the question of where they get all those souls from to remake the Eldar race without diminishing their own power, unless the theory is true that if Slaanesh were to be destroyed, that all the Eldar souls they consumed would be released. But it's kind of been a while since then, so I'm not sure if that's really possible.
So there we have it, Eldrad Ulthwe, hero of the Eldar, one of the most intelligent beings in existence, who spends his life solely to combat chaos, but doesn't notice a chaos-corrupted Primarch, a chaos-possessed sword, allows billions to die for no damned reason, and came within a hair's breadth of summoning a god of the dead that would have nearly wiped out the rest of his race. And this is why I hate the damned knife ears.
Then I'm gonna take that little red anal bead on your belt and push it in your face.
Oh, the dwarf friend from TTS.
Fucking beard. I'm gonna build you a pair of runic mechanical balls and use surgical precision to sew them to your groin. Where your manhood ought to be, just so that I can kick them with my iron fucking feet, you twat.
Yeah, that was a fun watch as always, and. Yeah, this another character where GW has dropped the ball so hard. I'm pretty sure that it's in the center of the Earth right now, or has popped out the other side and has ended up wherever the opposite end of the Earth would be from where they dropped it. But that's all for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed watching this with me, and have a nice night. Signing off now.